Hey there, quick announcement. I have an online course that you can enroll in now. Follow the link in the description of the video and I'll tell you more about the course after this. All right, so now we're talking about the archetype of the rat in the maze. Now this is a distinctly different archetype to the rat as an animal. So we have a whole category of archetypes that are animals: the lion, the bear, the bird, and so on and so forth. We can really turn any animal into an archetype. But this is its own archetype, the rat in the maze. And we're going to talk about how you are a rat in a maze, a mouse in a maze. So if you think about it, you really are a mouse in a maze in so many ways. You're a mouse in a maze when you drive your car, when you go to work, when you go to use the internet and you use the internet, when you have a conversation with someone. Have you ever had a conversation and just thought, that conversation was a real labyrinth. Not sure if we found our way out. I'm sure you have, but you might not have put it in those terms. And of course, your own mind is a maze. The very thought processes that you have inside your head are a kind of mouse in a maze, a rat in a maze. Now, the reason we study archetypal psychology and the reason we look at this is to understand these mechanisms within ourselves. It is to see the folly and the pathology and the neuroses of these dynamics and to really figure out, well, what are we supposed to do about it? How are you supposed to transcend this? How are you supposed to get out of the maze? And that's exactly why we study archetypal psychology. That's exactly why you learn these things. That's why we discuss these things and we unpack it in a metaphorical sense, in an illustrative sense, right? I'm just illustrating things that are within you so that they can become clear to you. And we do all this so that you can learn it, so that you can be aware within yourself, so that you can see it and know what to do about it. Now, of course, I say what to do about it in a sense that there's a kind of action plan. Now, for a lot of archetypes that we get stuck in, there is a kind of action plan as to get out of them. And for some archetypes, the archetype is the action plan. You want to actually do the action of the archetype. And for some archetypes, there is no action plan. There's nothing you can do about it. There is actually no way out. You simply have to see the mechanism within you. That is actually one of the deeper truths about discovering yourself, about discovering why it is that you do what you do. So when you drive your car, or when you go around, or when you take transport of any sort, whether it's a plane, a bus, a helicopter, a private jet, or in your car, you are a rat in a maze, right? And you can see this because it's literally a maze. You can go forwards, you can go backwards, you can go left, you can go right, and there's a set of rules, and there's a kind of certain start point and end point. There's an entrance, there's an exit, there's an objective, and there's this idea in the back of your head that you're doing something for some purpose. This is an exact maze. This is the perfect example of how you're stuck in a maze. And this is exactly what mice do when the scientists go to study their behavior, right? When a mouse gets put in a maze, let's make this really concrete. A mouse gets put in a maze, and the scientists are standing around And they're all thinking now, what is it going to do next? There might be a bit of cheese at the end, and it has to get there. Or something, right? There's any number of scenarios that the scientists concoct to study their behavior. And the mouse goes, okay, I'm in a new environment. What do I do? There's some walls here. I can walk along this way. And if I walk this way, there's going to be a turn. If I can walk this way, there's going to be a turn. And there might be some more turns, and I can keep going, and I can sniff around. I can try and sense my way. And the mouse might even try to go over the wall, right? And this is exactly what you're doing when you drive your car. And no matter what the road rules are, there is an assumption behind what you're doing, that what you're doing is following something that flows into some kind of result, some kind of progress. And this is one of the fundamental things about the rat in the maze archetype. It's that there are stages to the realization of where you are. Now, the first stage is, I'm in a new environment. Whenever you are in a new environment, you're in a new situation, that is a new maze. Second step is, I have to make my way through this. I have to go somewhere with it, either to get out or to make progress or to have something happen for some reason. And then you go on your way and you try and do something about it, right? And that means that you encounter the difficulties. You encounter the problems. And that becomes more and more of a confusion until you reach the point where you realize that you're trapped and you're going around and around in circles, right? Hey there. Thanks for checking out this preview. As I mentioned before, I have an online course where you can access the full episode, the full talk. Follow the link in the description of this video to enroll today. And you can also see some of the other comments from the students. It's hosted on a wonderful platform called Udemy. So Udemy is one of the biggest online educational platforms in the world. It's all video content, lots of talking head content, and I've got a number of courses on there. And of course, this preview here is a part of the course that you can enroll in. So follow the link in the description of this video. You can watch more previews. Udemy has a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can see how I've got ratings there. I've got thousands of students. You can read the comments, hear what people are saying about the course. So go ahead, check it out, and enroll today. I look forward to seeing you there.